Got milk? Milk does a body good? I don't think so. Will somebody please explain to me why they try to stuff the number one allergen down kids' throats? And not just kids, adults too. Let's clear up the milk mess. So if I ask you, what is the number one food that supplies calcium? What would you say? Probably milk, dairy, cheese, yogurt, ice cream if you're a little cheeky. Would you be right? No. Don't feel bad. You and everyone else, including me up until not too long ago, have been fed endless half-truths and non-truths about dairy thanks to major marketing campaigns and an uber-strong milk lobby that tells us, drink milk to make your bones strong. The reality is much different. But first I need to back up because nothing is ever that simple. Let's clarify raw milk versus pasteurized. Raw milk is full of enzymes. In fact, the enzymes you need to digest the milk proteins, like lactose, are within the milk, called lactase. However, when you cook the milk at 350 degrees, those enzymes are killed. People can no longer digest the protein. We call them lactose intolerant. You've all heard of that. When really, if they had milk raw with live enzymes, they might just be fine. However, we can't get raw milk. It's illegal in Canada. Can you believe that? In the US, it's only illegal in about 3 states. So they're ahead of us on that. Not many things, but that one they are. Personally, I would only drink raw milk. If I'm in a bind and need it for a recipe, I'll use grass-fed, organic, non-homogenized. But it's still pasteurized as it has to be because of our current crazy laws. I'm in the process of joining a group to help change that. More on that later if you want to help me. Back to raw milk. It's digestible. Pasteurized is not. Here's why. Number one, milk is the number one allergic food. It contains more than 25 different proteins that might induce an allergic reaction. That's because of the enzymes I mentioned before, which are all dead. If a food cannot be digested, its nutrients cannot be absorbed and utilized. Number two, milk may create a calcium deficiency. If you're not digesting it properly, then it may ferment in the intestine and create lactic acid, which gets absorbed into the blood and binds with calcium and magnesium, making these minerals unavailable to the tissues. This is a really key fact because your body uses calcium to buffer acid and to protect you when you consume acid foods like coffee, sugar, alcohol, and everything refined. And if there's not enough calcium in your system, guess what your body does? It pulls it from the bones and the teeth. Not good. Hence, brittle bones and osteoporosis and the like, which brings me to number 3. Milk does not prevent osteoporosis. Fact. Countries with the highest consumption of milk have the highest fracture rates and highest rates of osteoporosis. Milk loses half of its available calcium during pasteurization, and the low-fat versions get rid of the fat, which is what can actually transport the calcium to tissues. So there's a lot working against it. Not to mention the vitamins they add back into the milk are typically synthetic versions of key vitamins like vitamin D, A, C, or E. Did you know that vegetarians have higher bone density than meat eaters of the same age? Oh, what's up with that? So, number 4, milk requires your body to give up an enormous amount of enzymes to digest it. And if you saw my raw food versus cooked episode, you'll know we need those enzymes for all sorts of other processes, not for processing denatured food. So that's why got milk should be not milk, and it isn't just not good for you, it's denatured, even if it's organic. Much better is to get your calcium from vegetable, nut, or seed sources. And instead of worrying about getting enough calcium, concern yourself with keeping the calcium you have. How? Consider all the things that drain calcium from your bones. Coffee, tea, soda, pop, chocolate. These foods create increased calcium loss in the urine. They're acidic and calcium is a buffer. So what's the answer? Get nuts or get veggies. That should be the campaign. Nuts do a body good. Veggies do a body good. Milk contains 288 milligrams per cup. Almonds, 600. Filberts, 424 milligrams. Sesame seeds, a whopping 2,200. Then there's all the greens, collard, kale, turnip greens, artichoke, broccoli, all high in calcium. Just eat the whole plant food spectrum and you'll get what you need without the leaky calcium drain. I hope this helps convince you that milk is not the answer. Please help me fight for raw milk products because there is a lot about milk that is good. If you're interested in getting involved, with me on the raw milk legalization campaign, please shoot me an email. Happy healthy eating.